Alright, hello everybody. Today's menu. We are torturing ourselves by making an edit in a single layer, which is gonna be... Well, you guys unlocked it with channel points. I don't know how terrible it will be, because I've never tried doing this, but you know, you gotta try. Mock is great. We love mock, and the little running mock emote is great. Okay, yo, so explainer. This past few days I had this community goal, which I think is still up there. I think you can like press complete or something. Hold on. Yes, but I had this little community goal where if you guys reached it, I would have to do a whole edit in just one layer. And there it is. So that is what we're doing today. Or attempted to do it. So yes, I still have no idea what we'll do exactly, because I don't want to like spend this on something that could go very wrong and like do this for one of my main series or something I really want to do. So I figured let's do something like a one-off thing, like kind of improvised. And what I figured we would do is we're getting closer to Christmas time, right? We should do something related to that. Last year I already did a found footage Santa, so that's done as an idea. But I would like something similar, maybe Krampus. I know Krampus was already like Krampus Day was some time ago, like a week ago or something, or someday this past week. So it's a bit late for that, but still better late than never. So yeah, I'm still not sure exactly what we'll do. Also, I changed how I announce the Twitter, and I hope it works better. Twitter's been terrible at, like, it's been nerfing every time I post with a link, even if I post the link in the reply, it's been terribly nerfed. So I'm trying to find ways around that. What I've tried this time is simply just posting the first tweet a few minutes before and then the second tweet with the link a few minutes later. I don't know, it's kind of like jumping through hoops with Twitter, so we'll see if it works. What's a lady with scissors? I don't think I've heard that one. Hold on. Much nicer to look at. Lady with scissors. That's not something I've heard about, I think. The old MS Paint editing doctrine, basically. Essentially what we're doing, yes. Yule cats. I don't know if there's a way of making that creepy though. Yule cat is fun though. Fur has shared it in the past as a Christmas winter holiday tradition. Doesn't ring a bell, but I don't know, might have missed it. Yeah, for now Krampus is probably still my favorite in my head right now. Of course, we could do another Santa-related thing, more like typical Christmas stuff, but make it creepy. That's always fun. Like maybe Santa. So I've already done found footage Santa, right? Whereas, just flying in a. I don't know if you guys saw it. Hold on. Show you found footage Santa. Where did I put this? Oh, there we go. This is something I did last year. So like just Santa as seen from a trail cam from a hunter. Very typical like found footage thing. I don't know. This has kind of been done. I like the idea though. This is what happens when I come into the stream like literally with no time. I've been out all day. Like I just came home. I was able to send all the Patreon postcards, which I'm supposed to get on Christmas, which I actually related to that edit. So I was able to barely send that and then have some dinner and start the stream. So I had no time to prepare. Schnabelperchten. Okay, let me look that up. Oh no, it's part of the browser. I retweeted this. Oh, Michael Ramstead. Oh, okay, yeah. We recall that from last year, yes. They're quite cool. The Austrian Alps. Huh, fun. Where did all the spare layers go? We just have the one today. Who are these guys? Hello, who are you? Ooh. Really like these guys. Oh, they're Krampuses, but... they are cool. Oh, that's the tiniest picture I've seen. Eaten by the great devouring onion, Lord of all layers. Oh, Folk Horror Revival is a great account for this kind of thing. Hextech, thank you for the follow. Still leaning more towards Krampus. And well, this... What's this one here? It doesn't appear on the main tweet. Is it on the replies? Oh, yes. What are these guys? Ooh. Hello. Look at this. Well, that is so cool. I love all the bells there. That's a dope costume. I don't know if this is something Christmas related though. No. Wait. It's not in English, this article. I'll have to read it in Spanish. Traditional in the Carnival of Sardinia, in this village here in Sardinia. They represent infernal figures that go through the streets next to the Isoadores. Oh, these guys. 17th January, so it's not Christmas related directly. That's actually quite a cool one. I'm keeping that for maybe a January edit or something. But something in that vibe, like some kind of Christmassy, very local tradition is cool. These ones are cool, But I feel like Trevor and Michael Ramstead and a lot of our horror artists have already done them, so it might not be the best idea in that sense. But I think we'll just go with Krampus. Let me see. Let's see if we can find easy Krampus pictures. It's a very big festivity, so I bet just one here. Not amazing. You know, I'd prefer the Shrek Christmas special. I kind of prefer the more traditional wooden mask vibe than these more modern, like, rubber monster things. What is this? What is this image? Opix Bay, never change. Well, this one's kind of cool. I like this one. Shrek the Halls. Let's see, maybe in Wikimedia. If there's anything. Or anything good at least. Look at this old illustration, I love it. This is a cooler vibe, you know? The kind of like wooden mask aesthetic. Look at this. Oh, this one's quite good. Santa deniers when the Valdevia patron postcards come in. You will see Santa deniers. Ooh, this one is cool. Are they like covered in mud or tar or something? Lovely. Love these images. It's a Furby piece. Kind of picked it at random, but I wanted something fun to put in the tweet. It's part of my Furby collection. It's not really a collection, but I have a few similar-ish edits in that vibe. I like to sometimes like come from nowhere and surprise people with the weirdest edits. Let's see the Furbies. I'll show you some more. Furby series, yes. Sort of. No, I just have like a few. I have a couple with Furby. This one that you already saw, and then I got one with the worm on a string. So that's not really a Furby series, but you know, it's a series of similar-ish edits. Thank you, Hex. So not as much Krampus stuff as I expected. And most of it is like the rubber mask variety. It's not really... It doesn't really have like those folklore vibes. While these guys do. This was much better. Look at them. They're very cool. I mean, we missed the deadline. It's 5 December, but you know. The thing is, finding pictures of these that are free to use might be, yep, literally nothing, which is the unfortunate part. That a lot of these folklore things, they're not really as photographed as they could be. Look at Saint Nicholas here. I must sleep. Okay, Lousy, have a good night. See if we can find anything more specific. This Krampus is a pervert. Look at that face. Okay, so we could make our own Krampus then, which will be like quite the undertaking, but we can always try. Thinking like, where could we put that Krampus? I'm feeling like, since we're doing a one layer edit, something a bit more grainy that we can use as a way to hide the inevitable imperfections. Let's see. Maybe I can go to the sacrificial altar, and if you guys don't know what that is, well, that is a place in the Discord. Oh, there we go. There's a place in the Discord where people can upload images for everyone to use freely. And I also got them separated, compiled into this little Google Drive folder, which is exactly what I'll do. Let's open that. Get some pictures of nature and seeing exactly snowy forest or something. See if we got any. Yes. This one's good. A big birch branch to use on Santa deniers. Not a lot of snowy areas. This one's good, but I have already used it in an edit for the long horse edit I did a while ago. So I got this one for snowy winters, for snowy forests. But I bet we can find more. Oh, this is quite good. This one as well. I'm feeling like either a snowy forest or a house with a fireplace, and it's like coming out of the fireplace. And like, nope, it's not Santa. Wait, we're doing a Christmassy edit in only one layer. It's a challenge day. So we were thinking of doing Krampus or something like that. Just some cool Christmas demon. And we're insane, so we're gonna try and make our own Krampus from scratch, like from animal parts. It's such a good picture and it's out of focus. Oh yeah. Oh, let me see that. Ooh. And that's nice for the sky, but it won't be really workable in the snow, unfortunately. This one's not bad. It's a bit out of focus. I mean, we could put our Krampus out of focus, technically. Okay, so far my favorites are these two. Because we can put them like among the trees. I feel like this one would be better for a close-up because we have the trees more in the forefront. Here it would be like clear in the open. So I think we'll go with this. Let me put it in Photoshop. Let's close that. And now is when the trouble starts, because we only have one layer. Okay, so the idea I had is once we have a layer, we have to place it. Like, we can place other things because we'd be stupid if we didn't. Like, we couldn't basically do anything. So we can place other layers, but once you place them, the first action has to be combining it with the layer below it. So that's what we're gonna try to go for. I feel like we can cheat it a little bit if we crop it like this and give ourselves some empty space to put layers and cut them, because it'll be impossible if we don't. Yes, merging. Oh, you will like this one, Nathan. We're only gonna use one layer on this edit. That's a challenge today. We're imposing ridiculous challenges on ourselves, because why not? We will try at least. Okay, so for Krampus itself, I feel like we need goats and some very furry, shaggy animal. Maybe there's some furry, shaggy goats that we can use and use both parts, like combine those two elements. But we need like the goats mainly for the horns and the face, and for the body it's something like sort of humanoid but very shaggy fur. What do you mean challenge? It's saving your mental health. I mean, if you think about it like that. Angora goats? What are Angora goats? Hold on. That are Angora goats? Oh, it's Krampus. I like this one. Some nice wooden mask. No, but we'll make it out of animals. It'll be more fun. We just place the Krampus there. It'll take 10 seconds. So let's try it with animals. We can then move on to Krampuses if we can't. And there, were the name? Oh, Angora goats. Yes. See those just on Google.
Hey, crank up the volume and wake up the neighbors.
Okay. Those are very shaggy. I like them. Yeah, some nice horns as well. Any here though? There are. Look at that little face. But look at that horn though, going under the ear. Ooh, I like these ones. Okay, not color-wise, but I like the shagginess of this one. And the horns are pretty nice. I would like to see a more of a side view. Bagots. Goats. Or bago? I have no idea. As usual, I don't know how to pronounce things. Ooh, yes. Well, that is exactly the one we were looking at, right? Oh, just very important information. This goat is named Siwi. Siwi? I don't know. Very important to know. Unfortunately, we don't have any here. We have this one. Okay, and then there's... Have you guys seen the goats with 4 horns? Because I don't recall the... Yes, these ones. Hebridean, I don't know how to say that. Look at those cool bastards, look at them. So nice. Look at the skull. Wow. Are they goats or sheep? Actually. That is sheep. I'm unsure. It's both put as goats and sheeps. Wow, look at this. Photoshop hard mode, exactly. Let's see, the problem is, like, will we find... Yes, Hebridean sheep. There are some on Wikimedia. I really like these. Or are they rams? I mean, possibly, yeah. Okay, so not all these sheep have the 4 horns. It's just like a rare thing that happens in this breed. Or 3. Wow. Look at those eyes. So strange, I love them. Polyceratism. Yeah, that could be good. Nope. What's this one? Let's see, not a great picture though. Quite small. Okay, I'm feeling this one. It's quite good. It's polycerat. Did I look that up? Yeah. I love these. They are so cool. Yeah, I think that'll do nice for the head. Now, of course, we've put it on, and now we have to combine Obviously, I don't want to lose quality, so I'll transform before that. I'm not a masochist. And a single layer. Okay, what other parts could we use? Oh yeah, you like that, don't you? Oh god. Actually change the title to note that we're doing a Krampus. There we go. Nature is very cool. So clean and simple, no thoughts required. Yes, a lot of thoughts required. Like, how are you gonna combine them? Why is it so hard? Why am I doing this to myself? Those kinds of thoughts. Okay, so this for the face. In terms of the fur, but we could actually use one of these. Like this Krampus, like we remove the face and we use the fur there. There are not a lot of great Krampus images, but this one could work well, potentially. So, we should wait a bit to put it on here, I think, though. Oh, we're also just very quickly. There we go. Putting on edge there, just where our main image is. We don't want to sully that with our layer mess. Let's see. We got this. I feel like I should have put the body before and then pasted the head on top. So now I feel stupid. I mean, we can always... Oh god, what did I do? We can always just do this. You know, I never limited my canvas. You guys cannot stop me. You literally can't. Oh, that is cool wool. Cool wool. Like that word. To think that this is what traditional artists have had to do forever. Like, they only had one layer. How do you even do that? How do you even work with that? And now we have to combine it. Here we go. So, now we're locked into this mess. We'll try and select this. I'll ignore the face for now. I don't know what this is supposed to be. That little hairy thingy. What is that? I mean, I guess it's Krampus tradition, but still weird. Okay. Now we run into a problem. How do we select this? We have to make a layer mask, but we can't do that in its own layer. It has to be on the whole thing. So we have to do this for now. Just play shit, it'll be fine. Don't know if I should trust you. Birch rod. Yes, that might be it. It's more of a hairy birch rod, but... I'll give it the benefit of the doubts. Okay, so this edge here is really hard to detect. And thus really hard to select. But we'll give it our best try. This part should be easier. Because there's a bit more contrast between the edge and the background. Okay, not terrible. The hand is very obviously human. Like, very obviously a guy with a glove. So we can either hide it or, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, that is not bad. The birch branches are replaced with a whip in some representations. Well, that makes sense. Okay, so now we invert that and there we go. And that is how you select a Krampus. You guys didn't know that. I don't think I'll keep this whip here, or whatever it is, because we already have that one, and this one kind of gets cut by the camera. So yeah, let's get rid of it. So, ignoring the face, I think this could work. So now we apply that layer mask, which will basically apply this. And now, I could do this. And as I'm still in the selection, I can transform the selection, and we're still within one layer. So this is still technically part of the... This is my workaround here to have to have layers. I'm wondering where I should put it though. I feel like something like this could work. Oh god, once we accept, how are we gonna mask this? How are we gonna mask the trees on top of the guy? That's another question, I guess. I think we have to like copy the same base layer, then just select the trees and apply those on top again. Art painting? No, I can't. Well, because I don't know how to, basically. Okay. I'll also be making this into a mask that I will hide, just because I want to keep it, just in case we need to do edits on top of that mask. Now, this is not easy. I don't like this. I want an easier challenge next time, y'all. Learn on the job. Never. I will never learn. Oh, and now we have to... Oh, I will lose that selection once I apply that, right? Hold on. We're gonna combine them, but this way. Here we go. And now the idea is to hopefully select just the trees and then apply those on top. Some of the trees are hard, but thankfully we didn't pick any part with a lot of branches. Just picked an area with mostly just a trunk, so we can probably get away with just a quick AI selection. Something like this. Does it go over the tree here, or behind that tree here? Yeah. Expand that up to that branch. And then pick this second tree as well. And we don't need this third one. You know, the worst thing about this is once we commit to something, we can't move it anymore. We want more goats with long hair. If you find some good ones, we can take a look. Don't feel pressured. Okay, let's see. Anything else to mask? I think that should be good. Fully. So now that we have this, the idea is to just take it so let this serve as a lesson to anyone who doesn't want to work with a bunch of layers. There was lessons that layers are quite important. Especially if you want to edit something later, right? Because now we're locked in. Like, we can't move Krampus from here. It's here already. Like, there's nothing else to do. One thing about pressure, I said don't feel pressured to look for pictures. Really, like, spend a lot of time doing that. There's really no need to. So, if you want to, sure. But don't feel the need to. That's what I meant. Yeah, exactly. The opposite. Just saying that despite me. Okay, just making sure, sorry. Okay, is it time for goat head? Also, I feel like we can crop it again. We don't need that part anymore. Okay, goat head. Let's try to select it. We have a missing tip of the horn here. We'll have to make something up. I'm gonna be generous with the selection, I think. Like, I'm gonna pick a bit of the hair also. Because that'll help us mask between the two textures. Oh, coming in with 3. Oh, nice. I like that second one. Bit. I think we could use it like on top between the two. These and this, and this layer to kind of mix them together, I hope. Oh, what did I just do? Oh no, I hit turn into smart objects. I hate when I do that accidentally. Sometimes it can take time. Don't know how much hair to pick here. No, I'll have to get rid of the... I'll have to get rid of the Krampus selection, because now I need to do this. I need to fix this one up. So if this serves as something, let it be a lesson to Faya that combining, not combining layers is important, and you have to edit non-destructively. What we're doing today is called destructive editing, meaning each time you do a change, you can't go back. Screwed. Hey, TLD Academy. How are you guys doing? It's been a while since I've been on the stream. How's everybody? How was the stream? Today we're doing kind of a silly challenge, but we're trying to edit, well, a little creepy picture, creepy Christmas picture with Krampus, but only using a single layer, because we are insane like that. Doing well, doing well. Trying to have a more frequent streaming schedule, so we're doing things like this. So Krampus and we had to raid. Yeah, so we're using an actual Krampus costume, but we're gonna be removing the face and using one of these cool goats that are sheep. Sorry, these are Hebridean sheep, which have four horns naturally. So perfect for a cool goat demon. So this is again a case of nature bidding Photoshop once again. These are just your regular demon goats, you know. You know how it is. And okay, so the challenge here is to do them in a single layer, which is, well, it is a challenge. So what I'm trying to do for now is select this, apply that layer mask. So now the sheep's face is on its own. We're gonna flip it, and now we need to fix up the horn, this one. The horns of this great horny beast. It is a challenge. It is. Doing composites, I don't know. And I decided it would be a good thing for one of those community point rewards where people can put points towards it. And then they got it in 2 streams, so I guess I should make things more expensive. I would merge the 2 layers after all the masking was done, but I guess it's a challenge. Exactly, it's because it's a challenge. I'm doing it, as you say, like a maniac. But what are we here if not maniacs? Okay, so I'll try to fix up that that horn here. Okay, nice. That kind of works. And here, you know, to kind of fill up this texture, what I would do regularly is doing a clipping mask, but wait, we ain't got that today. We're on our own. This reminds me I should play Moondown on stream. It's a great game. I should do another playthrough on stream. We're all solid disasters here. Okay, so now, still within our one layer. Oh, we're gonna have to mask the trees again. I'm stupid. I should have done that. Whatever. I should have done that later. I'm silly like that. Let me know if you just prefer send them on Discord. Oh, maybe. That way I don't miss them if they have my Discord there on the corner. Penguin Council, thank you for the follow. I'm completely put together. I don't know about that. Blazing a single layer trail. Okay, I gotta be like really sure about this once I place the layer, because once I do, it's combined with everything below it, so there's no going back without great pain and effort. I hope this is good. I really hope so. Okay, now I need to mask some of that original layer on top again, which I will do the same way that I did before for the body. I'll just add this. Now we combine them. And I choose the parts that I need to mask. So it's gonna be this trunk and the little branches here. Same with these little branches. And then this tree. That's about it though. Really loud fly in your room. Well, that is karma. That is karma because you do destructive editing. Flies, as we all know, are attracted to destruction. Okay, we could actually use some channels to select. Let's see, blue channel. Yeah, I should do that more for selection today because it's gonna help us a bit. Okay. So I basically just want to separate these. That goes to one layer. For now, it is going somewhere. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but somewhere, definitely. And we're just doing some selection using channels because that allows us to bypass. There we go, some pure white there. You bypass some of the problems of single layer edits. You know, the thing is that we need to make this. We need to make this selection like pretty much perfect. We can't just do several little selections and then fix them up. We gotta get it right in one go, which is definitely a thing. The simplicity is humbling. He's a changed man. So Faya is always telling me that I should combine my layers more. I should work on a single layer. So this is in part just to show him that that would be pain. That this is what destructive editing does to you. That's what why you always work in layer masks, in clipping layers, smart objects, all that jazz. Stuff you always see me doing. This is like basically the most opposite of my usual like editing methods. Pretty much as opposite as you could get. Because I like to go over 100 layers. I like to have beefy PSDs where I can change even the most basic things. I can go back to them and change them, because I often do. This case though, once you placed it, better be good, because you're not going back. Okay, let's see. I should do some overlay. Just putting my brush on overlay so that it'll respect edges a bit more, like this little branch here. Then the opposite, just to make this trunk completely blank if possible. I think this is the area more or less. Let's see. No, it goes a bit lower actually. This maniac style of destructing editing is not what I condone. It is. It is. You are a maniac of destructive editing. Don't try to appear like a hero. Prevent nesting at all costs. No. All costs. The only costs are like a little bit of organization and whatever your PC can handle. So if your PC can handle it, go non-destructive all the way. Unless you're the most decisive person in the world and you can just like decide on a final composition in the first moments. But I know I'm not. Decisiveness is not my virtue, as you might have noticed with these streams. Okay, hopefully this should do in terms of selection. Now we need to turn this into a selection. So we're doing this. Ignore this part. We just want the trees here. Nesting layers does lower life expectancy. Trust me, I know a doctor. I know one as well. And he always says that non-destructive editing is the best, so... I don't know. I would trust my doctor more than yours, than your hypothetical doctor. Okay. Now we better not change things, because if we have to do this again... Well, I guess I have the channel still there. If I ever need it back, I just need to put the layer in the exact same place. Okay, so hopefully this will do. And now we do... No. Keep doing the wrong keyboard shortcuts. Oh, stupid me. See, I'm even forgetting my keyboard shortcuts. Worrying. There we go. So all this to make one mask. Now we do Ctrl T. Just move it to our place. Now we try to align it, which let's hope it's not too much trouble. Okay. Will that do the trick, I wonder? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. So we're slowly advancing through this. Now let's see, will we need a separate layer to merge these two wool textures and more hairy textures? We also remove some of the hay from the face. Our Krampus deserves better. And whatever Krampus is eating, let's mask it out. Probably has been eating hay, I would assume. Okay, and you know how I always have layers with overlay and color and stuff? You can do the same thing but for a brush. So you can take a brush and put it on overlay or on color. So that is what we're going to try to do. Same thing I usually do in separate layers so I can control them. Well, today we're just doing it in one. To combine these, first I guess I'll remove the thinking like a painting. Thinking like someone who has no other choice. You know, I like to add my overlay layers and then change the opacity until I'm happy with them, you know? Today we can't do that. It's very unfortunate. Well, you know what we could do? So we have this goat layer. You know, your usual goat layers. can put it here. Now we need to combine. And now we desaturate that pretty much entirely. Now we can use it as a little texture guide. We hopefully fill up some textures in between. Too large, I think. No, you're thinking like a painter even. No, I am thinking like a painting. You got it wrong. Or you had it right the first time. Okay. Texture goat, thank you for your help. No, actually not thank you yet. We're gonna desaturate that a bit more. Also, everybody, a reminder that this Sunday I'm starting my little podcast. Little horror podcast with Trevor Henderson. And we're gonna do a very fun thing. So I was actually getting it ready last night. I still need to finish a couple things. But we're both gonna do a piece, like a little image each, based on the same idea, same picture. So yes, if you want to see that, yeah, you'll have to tune into the stream. I like this texture. It's a good transition between the two. Trevor would do destructive editing? I bet. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Whoa, that's a lot. Thank you. Very good goats. We found a lot of great goat pictures. We might use some for the horns. So I'll come back to them. Thank you. Okay, now we'll do a little overlay layer. He's brave, so it's fire. Well, Faya, once I have you on the podcast, I'll have you make an edit. Since you know so much about picture editing, I'll have you prove it. Nathan, are you ready to prove what you're worth? All that talk is actually backed up. like that hair as much. I'll keep the original, I think. All I'm going to be talking about is how you don't eat cured skin. Good luck getting me to do anything. It won't be live though, and that part we'd make beforehand. We'd just have it ready for the stream. Also, Nathan, I still want you to make my emotes. Whenever you got time. You can make a destructive editing emote if you want. If you can figure out a way to represent that. I'll probably have to do a selection of this at some point. We're gonna apply filters, which is why I was sad that I lost my selection before. I could do it through channels though. I will probably have to. When are you updating the comic next? Come on, give us some info. Some exclusive info. Okay, what should we do to the face to make it more evil looking? Because right now it's just looking like a cool goat, but when it's done, come on, what a non-committal answer. We need more than that. Waiting for years. Oh, next week. Next week isn't as bad as I thought it would be, so nice. And of course this goat demon uses eyeliner. Come on. Come on. You gotta look evil wherever you go. And what's it gonna be about via spoilers? It's in a black metal band. I mean, that would be appropriate. They love their goats. Goats and black metal are inseparable. Can't have one without the other. Okay, now the problem here is integrating. We integrate this into the picture. It's a tough question. By the way, I don't know if I said this, but It is very likely that this picture will end up nowhere because it'll be terrible, so we'll see. We'll see how we feel about it later. There is some likelihood that happening. It's the person walking. Bringing the fans what they want. Nice. We love people walking. It's my favorite genre of comics. Oh. What? Okay, now let me see if I paint. No, I need to invert it. Okay, nice. Now more or less I can paint inside the goats without painting what's the background in any way. I went to see my grandparents today, and you know, I was telling about this, about my art, and showing them stuff I'd made. And I was like, oh, and I recently got to 40,000 followers on Twitter. And my grandma, bless her, said, oh, you must be one of those influencers. Oh, this is in Spanish, by the way. So like, she said influencers in English, and oh god, that was hilarious. Like, how does my grandma know about influencers? I mean, she probably like heard it somewhere in the news or. So yes, I'm now officially an influencer because my grandmother said it. That's just how it is. That's the rules. You're officially an influencer when you have the grandma seal of approval. Now that is epic. It was very funny. You me explaining what influencers are to my grandma. Grandma's favorite little influencer. I love to see it. I nearly created a new layer to create shadows. It is painful. Going without layers for so long. The pressure you guys put on me. By the way, we can't see the whip anymore. I wonder if it's worth keeping. It doesn't detract, so I can keep it here. Oh, that's funny. We actually missed that whole thing. Okay, so it's looking like some sort of big goat creature, and so far that's pretty good. Goat creature that kind of lurches It doesn't really have great posture, but you know, it's a creature, so it's allowed to do wherever it wants. The lore, you know, the lore could be that this is not like literal Krampus, but that it's possible that the Krampus legend was based on a creature like this one. Mistakes are for Control Z, not layers. You'll hear none of that. So it is shadow time, and there are not a lot of clear shadows, so we can get away with just a soft thing, which is quite a relief. We just have to be pretty careful painting it. I don't know, how is this looking so far? What would you guys say? Oh, ignore this code, by the way, it's just for textures. I wonder if we should go like old school black and white this. Can only imagine the suffering. It's fine, it's fine. You just gotta like block all you learned things from many years of Photoshop. Gotta contain those in a little box. Not looking bad at all? Okay, that's a good sign. Because that's the thing, we can't go back. So we can't say, oh, let's actually place Krampus here. That decision has been made. It's I mean, it's also my fault for deciding to do a whole creature thing when... Oh. What? They look weird like that. I wonder why it's... Okay, there we go. I must have had some selection. So I'm again just selecting something that'll more or less just include the Krampus. Need to invert that. There we go. So it's, if you look at the trees back there, this is sort of a hazy scene. So what I want to do is just paint with some whites and make this appear hazier. And of course this is like something we kind of just have to do in one go. Don't have another choice. So I'm just trying a few different levels of haze. And even just more selective haze, where the face kind of pops up, but most of the body is pretty hidden. Actually, I never saved this. I'm gonna call it one layer. No. What I need to do is Ctrl-Shift-U to desaturate. Well. Oh. Slightly hazier, I'm feeling. It's a good learning experience. I guess you're right. Let me do a thing here. So I just want to paint on the goat, right? The area I want to make hazy. But I don't want that to affect the background or the trees. I'm gonna try and paint those out of the selection if possible. So that hopefully we can just affect that area. It's just a way of showing it on top of our RGB layer, of our main layers. We can see what we're affecting and what we're leaving out. And see, if I just had a layer of the Krampus, I wouldn't need to do this. We'll include the horns, because this is a very horny beast, of course. And then, you know what I think we should do? So if you've seen my earlier folklore edits, I usually do them with a very old school vibe and with a very sepia tone to kind of like distinguish them from the rest. Make them more, I guess, fantastical. I think would be a good term. So I'll show you in a sec. Well, actually, I don't have to skip this here. The folklore edits I've done in the past are one here for La Huestia, folklore story from my region and from a lot of Spain. And the rest of the Spain is called La Santa Compañía. And I did this one a while back as well, for the Can de Urco, or the dog of Urco, which is a place in Galicia, in my neighboring region. Just a cool little creature. So I'm feeling like this vibe would go well. And you know, it would also help us hide our silly little mistakes, of which there are many. Trying to be thorough, but of course, the limitations, we're only gonna get so far. So yeah, I think we'll do that and you know, filter it pretty heavily. So that hopefully the final thing looks better. I'm very excited for Sunday, y'all. To start that little project. Been thinking about it for a long time. Are there any artists that you guys would love to see in the podcast in the future? I'd love suggestions, of course. Things like people that folks want to see. No, there's a lot of like great artists on the internet that are kind of anonymous. Like not a lot is known about them, which is sad because they're really very interesting people. Okay, we finally have our little selection here. Control H to hide it. So I do Control H, but the selection is still there, as you can see. Now we should be able to just paint any haze we want on the Krampus. It's gonna go with low opacity and this kind of brush. And for the haze, we're gonna paint with this sort of bluish tone. I would like to see less artists. Oh, I'll look at the podcast then. Be a lot of those if you don't like them. Probably hate it. Okay, let's check the difference. Oh. accidentally undock this. There we go. So that would be for before and the after. I should, you know, never use a history brush tool, but in this case it would be useful. Like, use a history brush here. You know, I can just bring it back to pre-haze, which could be quite useful. It's gonna be one of those very few times that the history brush is useful to me. One of those tools I barely use. Okay, I think we can actually crop this. There we go. Oh, I meant to crop it like well. There we go. Now, obviously, our Krampus is of quite higher quality than the rest of the image, which is a problem that's going to be a bit hard to fix, because it's all in a single layer. So we could either select chunks, or even just select this, the previous selection we made. Then going around the Krampus, there we go. Damn it. There we go. That is our little Krampus selection. It's not perfect, but it can do the trick. So we could, oh god, we could apply a touch of Gaussian blur to this. Hopefully it'll do a trick. It's not too terrible in terms of integration. Okay, anything else we could add to this goat thing to make it scarier? What do you guys think? How do we make this goat thing scary? I feel like it's pretty chill. But if we want to go for the, oh, this is just a cryptid that people were inspired on to create the Krampus story, then I guess that could work. But But if we want to go like this literal Krampus, we should make it more evil, right? Like it's not evil enough for that. Raise the face. That's the cop out. Oh yeah, that's nice. me do a quick thing here. I'll take this, I'll invert it. Just eliminate anything that goes outside. There we go. That way our Krampus selection will be a little bit easier to manage. Okay, anyway. What I wanted to do is a color layer. Can't I make a color layer? Oh. There. That should work. So I'm trying to blend it in with the same colors that we got in the background. Bit of blue, bit of brown. Picture is kind of like monochromatic in that way. It has that blue and brown tone. Should we make it even hazier? Yeah. Okay, then in terms of things to add, I guess we could do teeth. Teeth are quite a good creep factor. We could make the eyes more evil, of course. Like, let's say we just select this, liquefy it. Make the goat angry. Don't talk me, I'm angry. Is that anything? I'm also feeling like we could make it slightly more human-like if we take the schnoz and unschnoz it. Angry goats. Now it's getting serious. I feel like shorter nose feels a bit more humanoid, doesn't it? I'm moving this selection. I'm doing this without seeing because I want to really look where I'm putting things. I don't want to miss a detail. Deselect. There we go. just combining these two. Smooth out that edge between them. Okay, more humanoid face. Let's see. Oh, that's quite. That's actually quite the comparison. Okay, this is before angrifying and shortening. How do we feel about that? A bit less goat-like, right? It's a bit more humanoid. I want to say. I don't know. Also, I want to do the same thing to the nose. Like if we just separate it from the mouth a little bit, here it'll appear more humanoid. Even creepier. I kind of like it though. I feel like if I saw this beast in the forest, my first thought would also be Krampus, right? Okay, so these are before. I'll put it like this. Now after. What do you like better? More goat-like or more humanoid? Because I move the eyes in a little bit to make it more humanoid. I guess that depends on the direction we go. A little goofy, but it's more interesting. Let me hydrate, by the way. Remember to hydrate, everybody. Drink some water. Advice from your doctor. Okay, should we continue this way then? Try to make it hopefully less goofy. Like, we could move the eyes in a little bit. Well, this one is hard to move, but... Yeah, I agree it might be eye placement. Okay, so let's do lasso. Let's pick this. What does it feel like a monkey right now? Like ape-like. Something about it, right? The shape of the face or something. You know how in nature the prey have eyes towards the sides and the predators have eyes in the front? Oh, it's turning this prey into a predator, I guess. It's gonna go somewhere in the middle, I think. I mean, this is more like Krampus masks, right? In a way. Like, Krampus is more like a humanoid devil than just a goat thing. It has goat features, right? But it's not like just a goat. I want to see if I can mess with the mouth area as well. It in a little bit like that. Yeah, I think that makes it feel less ape-like. No. Yeah, it's better, I think. Like, let's go before then. Yeah, the mouth was kind of like protruding. Look at this. Does it look less goofy now? I hope so. Now, red eyes probably fit the demon aesthetic quite well. Of course, if we make this black and white, the red eyes don't matter much. Silly of me. Like, we don't have to go black and white. We could go both ways. Let me do a layer mask here to just apply that to the canvas. Should we try smart filters? If we do that, it's the end. Like, we can't go back because we only have one layer. Red eyes matter a lot. They have a distinctly dark value. You're right, that's true. If we go for the black and white... Then in the color grading, like on top of the black and white, can add a bit of blue to the highlights and then just orange to most of it. Sepia orange. Yeah. Oh yeah, quite dark, quite dark. Any darkness is good to hide our mistakes. And of course, here's our grain to hopefully finally blend these two layers a little bit together. How nice. How nice to hide our mistakes. J. Baphomet. Well, that's an appropriate name for a goat, a goat creature we're making. Still looks kind of huggable. Oh, that might not be a bad thing. Maybe the conflict of this picture, the real message behind it is, oh god, why do I want to hug this monstrosity? What if we replace the eyes with more little horns? Eyes make it less creepy. I love goats. That name, that's understandable. Okay, I kind of like this setting, but now I want to go back and edit things. It will allow me to cheat on this thing once, okay? And it's literally just to make a layer of whatever color, I don't mind, and copy the smart filters to it. Because I don't want to lose them, and we're working in one layer. So it's a little bit of a cheat, yes. But I just don't I just want to keep these edits. So now I can edit things. And if you're getting here, if you're new, yes, it's a cheat, I'm sorry. If you knew what we're doing today, is trying to do a full Photoshop edit in just one layer. So that is where we're imposing weird restrictions on ourselves. And yes, hide them in shadow might be a good option. I feel like it needs to be more shadowy to do that though. Also gonna feather this because I don't love it. The nerve-wracking thing here is that I can't do any edits that I might later regret, right? Because I can't go back. I don't have the layer of security of just being able to keep the old layers around. There are no layers today. You might ask, you made up these rules. You self-imposed this challenge. Why didn't you make easier rules? And I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so you said hiding them in the shadow. Like entirely, you think? Just like going normal mode and... Well, I guess as much shadow as there can be here. That tone. Oh yeah, dark eyes are cool. Yeah, that's pretty black metal. I love that. Okay, so we're doing this in soft light. Did I nudge this layer? No. Checking. To justify the eyes being in shadow, we need to make some starker shadows all around. No, I just make that super dark. I wasn't checking. I wasn't checking, guys. And here's the thing, we can't go super dark because this creature is like in the haze. It's supposed to be misty. So if we go too dark, it'll lose that effect. Yeah, that's true that there might not be a need to justify it, but how are you finding this? It's definitely creepier with the hidden eyes. More mysterious, I hope. At this point, this has turned into a drawing, which is a thing. It's definitely a thing that has happened. So I'm feeling the for the lore of this creature, the idea that this is not literally the Krampus, but that it might be some sort of lost cryptid, rare woods creature that might have been the basis of the story. Obviously it should live in Germany then. It gives out a protector of the forest vibe that I very much enjoy. I like that. That's a good vibe for this creature to have. He's lost because I took his eyes. Oh no. Oh no, baby, come on. You're okay. We'll find your way home. Little guy. Oh yeah, this is just the baby, by the way. You don't want to see the adult. Also, I just noticed that the eyes are a little bit... This specific eye is a little bit low compared to the other. Because I move the eyes around quite a bit, so... Felt like it was a little bit low. I don't know. Might have been just my feeling, but I think it looks better when I moved it up. I mean, to be honest, if we go back and look at the history of the Krampus, I bet that before being a Christmas specific beast and being related to Saint Nicholas and all that, I bet that it has much earlier pagan origins, and it might very well be like one of those forest creatures. We have a lot of those here. Here I mean in northern Spain, in Asturias, where I live. There's a lot of Celtic mythology and a lot of creatures that descend pretty much directly from Celtic myth, and that are still like talked about today, which is quite cool. It's kind of like survived in its own way. Like the religion itself, the Celtic religion didn't survive. It was overtaken by Christianity, but a lot of the roots stayed as maybe like just like folklore creatures or like forest beings, that kind of vibe. Oh god, that song makes a notification noise that just screwed with my head. It's Christmas related and there's horror movies about it. Well, I know it's kind of like an opposing figure to Saint Nicholas, and there's like they do parades of Krampus around towns. But let me actually... read it out to you, because I'll probably get it wrong. Okay, anthropomorphic figure, or horned anthropomorphic figure in Central and Eastern Alpine folklore, who during the Christmas season scares children who have misbehaved. Assisting Saint Nicholas. Okay, so it's not an opposing figure, it's an assistant of Saint Nicholas. The pair visit children on the night of 5th December, with Saint Nicholas rewarding the well-behaved children with modest gifts, such as oranges, dried fruits, walnuts, and chocolates, while the badly behaved ones only received punishment from Krampus with birch rods. So, the origin of the figure, that's what we were talking about actually. The origin of the figure is unclear. Some folklorists and anthropologists have postulated it as having pre-Christian origins. So, it might have some pre-Christian origins, but it's kind of like debated. Interesting. It's strange that none of that seems to have filtered down to the Hispanic country my parents come from. I mean, that's quite unlikely. It's from Alpine to Spain. There's quite a distance. Or do you mean Celtic myth and stuff? Depends on where the Spanish migrants were from. Like originally, there's areas of Latin America which have like predominant like where there's immigrants predominantly from one region, and then you might have, if you had a region with a lot of people from Asturias, you might have that. Like I know Cuba and Venezuela have a lot of people from originally from Asturias, from my region. I don't know if the folklore translated there though. No idea. Krampus kidnaps and combats kids and punishes them. I love that. Saint Nick sends his demon minion to steal kids. Very saint-like. Truly, truly. Okay, let's see. Let's try that filter again. We have non-Christian holiday traditions, but I mean those probably come from specifically the paganism of that country, more than the paganism of the immigrants, right? Like it would come from the pre-Spanish, pre-colonization things, religions. I would assume, at least. Okay, let me actually try within the camera raw. Try mixing the contrast in different ways. Yeah, I like the invisible / empty eyes. See the difference. I kind of like the color version too, though. Has me conflicted. Hey, welcome back, Soria. We were talking about paganism. And thinking that this is probably like a pre-Christian version of Krampus. Wherever it came from. Okay then, let's do some levels and just push the blacks up just a touch. Same for the whites, like just reduce the contrast a little. Okay. I don't think I'm very familiar with paganism. We're specifically saying that in Latin American countries, there wasn't a lot of the traditions from Spain that are pagan in origin didn't translate that well into. Like the more pagan influenced things are within Christianism of the regions are probably just more pre-Hispanic in origin. I don't know though. I'm speaking just from the very little I know of that. Yeah, it's a completely fair assumption, and there's a lot of like possibly even Celtic horn gods who could help that assumption a lot. So if you don't know, there's a very cool Celtic god called Cernunnet. There you go. Who's basically like this is like one of the few good depictions we have of this god. And this god was worshipped from basically modern day Switzerland and some parts of Germany to southern France, northern Spain, and eventually into the British Isles through that. So here in this region, for example, in Asturias, this god Cernunos would be called Candamo, which is a version of the same etymology. And there's actually a place called Candamo not far from here, which is interesting. Like, it's still in the names of the places. And I feel like this kind of horn gods, which eventually after Christianity got assimilated into forest creatures and kind of more like devil, either protector of the forest vibes or devils. For example, in the in my region, there's the Busrosu, who's basically, yeah, something like this, you know, like between a faun and kind of like horned creature that protects the forest, and that probably has the same origin, this origin. He's wearing a fun little bodysuit. Satyr probably like might be related, but there's not a lot of, obviously there's not Greek influence in my region, so it's probably an earlier connection to that. And there might be an even earlier, that's like getting into weird, really shaky and with very little proof theories of mythology and anthropology. There might be an earlier figure, some kind of horned god like this one, that inspired both the Celtic one and the Greek ones that eventually developed into satyrs. I don't know. Satire is a different thing. Well, you know what I mean. So there might be a relation through that, through like a sort of a common roots. But you know, that is very, very shaky ground, so I'm gonna just speculation. But again, Krampus, this kind of little horned guy who got assimilated into a devil, could very well be that. Same vibe. Anyway, how are we feeling about this? Completely different pronunciations between US and UK, so I'm making my own. I'm just deciding. That's how I like to do it. Oh, you guys don't agree? Then I'm just choosing. I'm just making it up. If you give me the opportunity. Satyr. Okay, interesting. US satyr. Satyr? Oh yeah. I do me exactly. That's what I wanted to hear. Will the sharpening here matter? If I change the radius? Not a lot, to be honest. Data. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Local Spanish man invades the English language. I do. I love doing that. I mean, I'm not invading it, I'm just staking claim to it. Nobody does, so you can just do that. English is a wasteland without rules. So screw it. We're making our own. Sota? So, I don't even know. I do not even know. I feel like we could crop it a little bit, because there's a lot of fluff around the corners. And that might not be a bad thing, per se, but... Also, just to break up the symmetry a little bit. I'm feeling like we should put it, instead of in the middle, at a third. How are you feeling about this crop, instead of the other one? Just to compare. Whoa, 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 don't, where are you going? Stop, stop Photoshop. I feel like a little bit more open spaced, but English speakers have no right to complain because part of its speakers foolishly try to shove their silly fingers in every corner of the world. That is true. Hey, the only reason we're speaking English today, right now, is British colonialism. So let's fight back against that by fighting against the rules. Let's go. We'll put our language in your language, exactly. What are you gonna do? Is the British Empire gonna come and get me? No. It's not there anymore. And the modern day conquistador. No, please. I want to be the opposite of that. Exactly the opposite. What are you gonna do? Try to find us? Conquer the land again? Exactly. Can't do anything. Okay, so what I really want to do right now is do a layer on top of this and add some overlay stuff, but I know I can't. I can't do more layers. Should we call this done though? I feel like it's pretty... I don't know if I should add anything to this. You see there's a little corner of the whip it uses, but we ended up cutting it and now we can't bring it back because that would break our layer rule. Learning English has radicalized me more than any teachers that has political inclinations. Yeah, I feel like, so this, if I would have made it with layers, right now it's taking me 2.5 hours to make this. If I had done it with layers, it would have taken me, I don't know, an hour, I imagine. Even with all the talking and general distractedness I have. In 6 months, you will tell me. I did get to see. I don't know if I missed any. I clicked on them, but maybe some of the ones in the bottom. Yeah, I missed a couple in the bottom. Finish land race code. Nice. You gotta get faster. And this, no, I'm never going to. I'm never editing in a single layer again. What are you talking about? Unless you force me. Next time this will be a like First time it was not a sub goal, a points goal, and that's fine. Next time it's gonna be a sub goal. I'm gonna make y'all pay for this if you want it again. I want to be friends with this Krampus. It's kind of cute. It kind of rides the edge between cute and scary, which is fun. Next challenge is 1 layers and no undo. I would die. I would just straight up die. 1 second. Close this, yes. Paloma Cherry. I think I do, but from a long time ago, I think. See, that's one fun thing about, and here I'm gonna break since I'm done with this, I just want to try something. I'm gonna break my layer rule, because I do want to do an overlay and see if I can make it a bit more interesting by just adding a few lights, the fur. Basically just that. So I don't know if this is too bright. I mean, it's a cheat, it's a cheat. But let's just call this the post-edit. Post-edit chill talk, where we're just messing around. You don't like to do that after I'm finished with an edit. I'm just like checking tiny things and seeing if, like, it's never usually things that change the edit at all. Always pretty inconsequential. So that's what we're doing now. We're just admiring our creation. Our beautiful goat son. In terms of lore, I'm thinking we explain basically what we're talking about Krampus and it having a possibly previous origin. We just kind of mention that without making too much direct allusion to the photo itself. Say, oh, it is believed that Krampus has an even earlier origin, and we just put this in, right? Without really giving it too much background. And you know what I kind of like about this is we accidentally gave it this sort of beard texture. Now it feels like it has a long beard, and that's kind of a Saint Nicholas thing. And I kind of like that because now it fits into the Saint Nicholas myth in a weird, different way, right? Like maybe Saint Nicholas and Krampus are the same thing. Thank you, Paloma. But if Saint Nicholas and Krampus were the same thing all along? Gosh. Yeah, I kind of like this actually. It's a sort of mix. Like maybe this pre-Christian pagan beast was going around and giving gifts to children, and then once Christianity came, it kind of got relegated to the big bad demon that steals children, and now it's just sad. Make people believe Santa is real. Didn't I show? I showed this at the beginning of the stream, but you probably weren't here. Hold on. I literally made Santa found footage last year. Kind of a trail cam. So I've already done that for the Santa deniers out there. Yeah, that was just a little edit I did last year. I speak Spanish, yes. Family's from Argentina. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Santa found footage. I kind of want to redo it again, but it's the same idea, so I might just like repost it. I don't know what other kinds of Santa found footage one could do, you know? That wouldn't be the same thing again. Maybe like Santa getting in through a chimney or something. The only thing I can think of. So yeah, if you like it and you're a patron, the sooner you subscribe, the sooner you might find a Santa much like that one. Your doorstep. I'm sending Christmas cards early this month. So hopefully it gets to people on Christmas. Actually, I've just, before the stream, I came from going out to send a lot of these. Like all the people who already are in the Patreon, they already have theirs on the way. A ring camera of Santa sneaking into a house? What's a ring camera? Oh, those, yeah, those doorbell cameras, right? Is that what you mean? Yeah, doorbell camera Santa Claus. Not a very stupid tweet to the server. Another brother social media intern. It posted so hard he got the whole company shadow banned. Oh my god. Incredible. Yeah, those. Okay. I like that. I like that. Maybe, okay, if we depending on the streams we got for the rest of the month and how many things we have to do, like for example today was kind of a slow day in the sense that I don't have any commissions to do right now on stream, because most of them are like, I'm like waiting for something, waiting for a response, waiting for to start with something. So it was one of those days where I can afford to just do something for the fun of it. So if we got more of those days during this Christmas season, it would be fun to do something like that. So I kind of like doorbell camera. And I kind of like fireplace. Like maybe it's a shot of a fireplace, like all decorated for Christmas, and there's like gloved hands coming out of it or something that looks creepy, but it's Santa, you know. We kind of like using like I did for the Santa found footage, right? Use the tropes and the language of horror and found footage and apply it to something completely benign like Santa Claus. That's the vibe. That's the vibe we should go for, I think. Kind of disconnect. Mountain creature caught running behind Santa's sleigh. Oh, we love mock. For those that don't know what mock is, we now have a command. I think, yeah, there we go. This. Mock is also this little guy. Look at him run. So nice. So yeah, I think this one will fit in well with the other folklore things, so it's a big plus. Yeah, I kind of like this one. We haven't signed it. Oh, we also have that one. Yeah, the mock I am looking. Or just look with 2 C's. I can emphasize the beard here, not much. Okay. How could one sign this? Yeah, I'll just sign this outside of the 1-layer rule, because going back and doing that under the... it would be a whole mess. Branches? We actually have like a few branches here that connect in fun ways. So we could do something like a branch that crosses this way. And just using what we have, like this looks like an H already. If we just add something here, it could work. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a copy of this. Go. Give it some curve like this. Then we added if the underlying layer is dark, we'll just hide it. Oh, how nice it is to use layers. Guys, I've missed this. I missed this so much. Opacity 100%. Layers, my beloved. Okay, you know what? We've done this already once, but I feel like it was quite a while ago, and most people who watch the stream now probably haven't seen it. We should do another layer reward, one of those community rewards, for making an edit in MS Paint. Because that was... last time I did it, well, it was a mess. But it was quite fun. And yeah, it's just the chaos is fun, so that's what we're here for, right? MS Paint edits and chaos. So what do you feel would be better? And MS Paint edits? Like trying to combine two pictures in MS Paint, not do a whole thing like this, because that's impossible. Just combine two pictures. A pretty simple goal. Or an edit where I can't do Ctrl Z. I already have a little script, because I did a similar thing before. That blocks Ctrl Z and plays a sound every time I make it, so people will know if I messed it up. I relapsed in 2 layers. Truly a sad day. Truly a happy day. Which is more chaotic? Paint or no Ctrl Z? Z. I'll just say Z. I mean, paint would be for like a short thing, like just trying to combine 2 images in a few minutes. Looking good, thank you. I assume you mean the goats. If you use it repeatedly, I'll yell at you. I'll yell back. Oh, the idea is to make it into a one-time thing. I like those kinds of things. Yeah, no Control Z. Seems like the most popular one. Interesting. Also, since I can, gaming stream. Okay, I will have to do that next week though, because this Sunday is the podcast, and Saturday, like tomorrow, I'll probably be super busy, like preparing the overlay and things. If I can, I might sneak it in tomorrow, but most likely someday next week. But yeah, gaming stream, hell yeah, let's do one. It's been a while since the last gaming stream. I'll put a little reminder here for myself. There we go. That way I won't miss it. Combining 2 images is what I normally do. No, you normally draw comics. That's a different thing. What I normally do, don't get it mixed up. Yeah. Gaming stream will be next week. Oh yeah. I have a bunch of games to play. I just wonder which I'll start. This is making me play Moondown again. Moondown? I don't know how to pronounce it. But yes, it's making me want to play that again. It might be a cool game for stream. It has a nice aesthetic. It's not the sort of game a lot of people would play, so googly eyes. Perfect moment for redemption there. Googly eyes. Well, thank God you didn't ask for that when I was on just 1 layer, because I would have murdered you. Oh God. Beautiful. I will save the googly eyes version, of course I will. It's gonna be googly. Googly.jpg. I take it back, looks good with eyes. It truly does. Angry eyebrows of the googly eyes. I sure can. Kind of hard to see though, but I feel like those would be fun as additions to the googly eyes. Yeah. I can have a separate reward for angry eyebrows, but actually I think I can make that. So I have a new thing called streamer bots, which is kind of like a very powerful bot that can detect anything you can do on your Twitch stream, from point activations to even like voice commands, and do like all sorts of things based on them. So that just gave me an idea. What if when someone gets the googly eyes reward, it automatically unlocks angry eyebrows reward and turns off googly eyes, and then there's like a whole chain like that. You came back at the right moment. Hell yeah. Now this is much better. It's a little angry goat creature. It's so weird when you actually see it has no eyes. Oh, it's just a thing called streamer bot that I have. I have to like learn to mess around with it better, but it essentially just lets you create commands based on point rewards. So let's say, for example, I could make a command that if someone unlocks googly eyes, it turns off the googly eyes reward, and it turns on a new another hidden rewards, which would be angry eyebrows. So it would kind of like activate the other. I think that's doable. I believe. Also, I have one. I was testing out the stream. Well, some of these, and look at this. If I type Ctrl D in chat, look at what happens. You see that? It disappeared. I might make that into a reward. Custom quick edit. Flatten the image. Oh god. You got it. I will send this to you personally. I'm sending this to your Discord DMs. You can have it yours forever. Here it is. Beautiful goat boy. Okay, but I think that's all we have to do for today. Jump into cam mode. Let's leave our beautiful goats on here with googly eyes. They're staying. No controversy challenge starts now. No, I can't go back. Now this is the final image. I'm sorry, everybody. Now it has to have googly eyes. I have been tricked. I was tricked. It is unfair. Like who is streaming? You know, now I'll have to post this to Twitter and try to make a whole thing of lore behind it, and people will be asking about the angry googly eyes, and I'll have to explain it somehow. Say like, oh, this was an old pagan cult, and their way of worshipping this ancient god was to put googly eyes on it. That was their way of doing it. And if you laugh about it, that is very disrespectful to their culture, actually. So you shouldn't laugh about the googly eyes. This is a serious matter. Don't you understand? What if I uploaded this with the googly eyes and then I never acknowledge it? We would just pretend they're not there. Just like with the eye before, when we pretended the eye was not there. Exactly the same with the googly eyes. If you laugh about the googly eyes, he gets angry eyebrows, exactly. He's angry at us right now. If you laugh, your eyes will become googly eyes, exactly. That's how it works. That is the real Krampus curse. The Krampus eye curse. Also, Faya, I love that you you have enough layers built up that you can just spend them frivolously in making me flatten the image. Fantastic. And as you're wielding your power to cause more chaos. I love it. What eyes and what Krampus? Exactly. You got the right idea. Also, hey, let me give everybody a quick sneak peek of the postcard that I can't show you yet, but this. That is for the patron postcard. If you guys want a Christmas present for me, jump into the Patreon and get it, even if it's only for this month, because you need to get it right now if you want to get your postcard by Christmas, depending on where you live. If you live closer, if you live in Europe, no, but if you want to get your postcard, get on that, patron. Yeah, it's a fun one. It's a fun one. It's a bit of a different one. Usually I do old school postcard styles, and this month I just said, no, let's just make something a bit like a one-off thing that's a bit sillier. So I went with the Cryptid Santa vibes. But next month we're going back to old school edits, old school postcards. Actually, those I can show you because they're already public. Let me show you. Actually, let me show you exclusively the one for November. I don't think I've ever shown it. Wishing you good health. Bone hands. So yeah, these are the kind of old school postcards you'll get. This one was the one for November, which means it doesn't exist anymore. I only printed the one batch for the patrons, and no come back. But that's the fun thing about the postcards. They're supposed to be like this one-time thing. So yeah, get on it. Get on it if you want that. A little Christmas present. I'm also currently in the Patreon. We're doing I might stream that one because we're doing a kind of a little cryptid creation exercise where I'm having people help me come up with a cryptid concept, and then we'll illustrate it. We'll do some found footage thing for it. So I'll probably stream that one once the design process is done, which might take a few days. What an adorable goat! It is, isn't it? I'll show the original. Faya, don't get angry at me. I will go back just to show people. This is what it looks like. What it's gonna look like, but everybody wanted me to flatten the image and just keep it like this, so it's staying like this for the moment. Little goat son. Robbed of your latest fence. No, come on, I just wanted to show you. Show everyone. It was just a demonstration. But yeah, thanks folks. I won't bore you for much longer. It's been a bit of a shorter stream than these past few days, but honestly, on Monday we went down for 6 hours, which was a lot, and on Wednesday we also went down for a lot of hours. So I'm happier with a bit of a shorter stream. Guys, stay tuned for Sunday. Sunday is our first episode of the House of Horrors podcast with Trevor Henderson. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be doing art. It's gonna be real fun. Don't miss it. If you like what I do, if you like what Trevor does, it's gonna be a fun one, and I hope it sets a good tone for the rest of this podcast. So don't miss it. Put your alarm clocks. Sunday, 10:30 p.m. UTC. That's British time. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to calculate your own time zones, just look up 10:30 UTC in your time zone, and don't miss it. Put on the notifications or something, because it's gonna be monster trucks with Trevor. Exactly. Itay, thank you for the follow. But yeah, don't miss it, guys. It's gonna be a good one, I hope. And yeah, until then, hope everybody takes care. See you on Sunday, and then on Monday again for regular streams, and then all the times that week for a gaming stream, which Laura just unlocked. So stay tuned for all of that. Anyway, until Sunday, take a lot of care. See you.